You have tuned in to Mary Precious Jones Huntsville, better known as Precious. Guys, once again, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really do appreciate that. Now guys, today will be a special video. This video is dedicated to all of the mothers. So today is Mother's Day, and this day has been set aside for us to honor our mothers as well as other mothers. Okay? So I'm just going to be honoring all the mothers, wishing all of the mothers a happy Mother's Day. Go out, children, make this Mother's Day very special for your mother. Guys, if your mother is living, you need to set aside some time and really concentrate on this Mother's Day. What you are going to do to make her feel special. Okay, I know we normally cook a dinner for the mothers or take the mothers out to eat. That is fine, because she's expecting that. Give her something that she is not expecting. And guys, it don't have to be expensive. It can be something that you make. Believe it or not, your parents love the item that you pour your heart into versus just going out there purchasing a gift and you're not putting as much time in it. So guys, make it special this year, okay? So I just want to bring that to your attention because I don't have a mother at this particular time to make it special. So dedicating this to all of the mothers and especially my mother. Okay guys, today I am paying tribute to my mother, Queen Victoria Mulkey Williams, remembering our mother. And I am celebrating the life and legacy of our mother. She was married to James Williams Sr. She died May 8th, 2020. Dad died April the 27th, 1992. And we are to honor their life and legacy. Now guys, I am here to honor my mother. Her name was Queen Victoria Mulkey Williams. And Mulkey was her maiden name. Just want to say a few things about my mom. My mom transitioned on to heaven. It would be exactly 2 years today. 2 years today on Mother's Day. My mom, she transitioned on to heaven, and it was during the COVID. And guys, my biggest concern was, Lord, don't let mama get sick during the COVID season. Well, the next 2 months, she did get sick, and they took her to the hospital. But guys, she never returned from the hospital alive. And so, but I was blessed to be able to go home as soon as I got the news. And the doctor was so nice because no one's supposed to be in the hospital during that particular time. But guys, this doctor, by the grace of God, and I know mom was praying that she got a chance to see some of her children before she transitioned on to heaven. This doctor in Dothan, Alabama at the Flowers Hospital. I praise God for Flowers Hospital in Dothan, Alabama. He allowed as many as can come to come inside of that hospital, and he was nice enough to bring her out of ICU to put her in one of the largest rooms that they had so her family members can come in, as many as can make it there on time. And so he brought her in this room, and me and some other members of my family, my husband, sister, we was able to sit with her. And guys, she prayed the whole time. From the time we walked in ICU, my mom was praying. She never took her eyes from looking up towards heaven. And as they was bringing her out of ICU, she was still praying, coming down the hallway as they was pushing her into the room. Now that was the glory of God. And she continued to pray for another hour and a half or 2 hours until she finally went on to be with the Lord. And it was a blessing that not all of us can make it, just a few of us, because we didn't find out that we can call everybody, because the doctor thought it was just the two of us. And once I told him that no, mama has a big family, she probably had over 35 great grandchildren. And so he said, wow. So he made it possible for us to see the last few minutes of her life. And guys, it was an honor and a pleasure and a blessing that God allowed us. And this is what mom wanted. I know this is what mama wanted. So I was able to see her catch her last breath. And guys, if you have not been through that, you are watching your mama standing by the bedside, watching her take her last breath. She went out for about a few seconds, but she was still swattering, where she was still trying to talk to the Lord. She came back for like 2 seconds, and then she went out again. She was trying to open her mouth to continue to talk. And the last time when she came back, about 2 seconds later, she tilted her head back and she went on to glory. This was in a range about maybe 10 seconds from her first, second, and third time that she went out. But guys, that was a feeling that I would never forget. I was doing okay until they said, we're gonna dress her, because the funeral home guys was on the way to pick up her body. And when I had to leave, and I went and I laid my body across her chest, and it was a hurting feeling, because normally when I hug her, she can hug me back. But when I hugged her that time, there was no touching, no hugging me back, no hugging kisses. And that tore my heart into pieces. My heart felt like it was ripped out of my chest. And so, but there's still pain, because I don't think it never goes away, guys. So I said that to say this. Go ahead on, if your mom is living, guys, cherish every moment that you have left with her. Guys, life is like a vapor. Your mom can be here today and gone the next second. So just make sure that if you have any grits, anything against your mom, guys, make it up to your mom. Be the bigger person and take that first step, because I tell you, when mom is gone, nobody on earth, nobody left here on earth can replace mom. So cherish the time, guys, because the time is special. The time that you missed with your mom or broken relationship with your mom, that time cannot be replaced. That time cannot be made up. You can't catch up on that time. That gap of space, that gap of life is gone. You can't do anything to bring all of those years that you had beef with your mom. You cannot replenish that time, okay? So take my word, and please, if you are having any type of beef with your mom, go to God about it. Ask God to mend your heart, give you a heart of forgiveness, and ask God to give you grace to forgive. And God will do that. I know He'll do it because it is in His word, and you can't call God a lie saying He won't do it because He said it in His word, okay? So He will forgive you if you go to Him with a sincere heart. Let me go ahead on and tell you a little bit about my mom. My mom had 14 kids, okay? And my mom loved each and every one of us. She didn't love one no more than she loved the other. She loved all of us the same, okay? So my mom, she was a hard worker. My mom, she would take ideals and she would turn them into businesses. Mom probably had 7 different jobs going on at the same time. Mom did hair, mom cooked, she sewed. My mom, she helped my dad cook and sold barbecue. Oh my goodness, they worked together on several of their businesses. And they had to do this, guys, because they had 14 kids. So you have to think of things to do, different ways to bring in income. But my mom and my dad, they was hard-working people. We didn't go lack. They gave us everything that we needed. They made sure there was food on the table, and I mean there was plenty of food on the table. The only thing about it, my dad didn't want you wasting food, okay? So he didn't want you wasting food. You can eat all you want to. But anyway, this is Mother's Day, so I'm going to steer this closer to mom, okay? So mom was a person that she was lovely, she was kind, but mom can be mean if you cross her the wrong way, okay? So if anyone crossed mom the wrong way, or if anyone came at her children the wrong way, mom would rise up, and you know, she was like this high yellow. I took color from my dad, I took complexion from my dad, but my mom was like light complected. When mom got mad, she would turn a blush pink. And but you want to make mom mad, okay? So, but laying all the jokes aside, mom was a person that she steered you in the right direction, okay? Mom loved peace. Mom was about finding peace. Mom was about mending. Her gift was encouraging, and she had a ministry where she can lay hands on the sick, and you know, most time they get healed. So, but mom, she was a woman of faith. You know, she taught us, she reared us up in church. You had to go to church. Well, the mom didn't go that Sunday. She made sure that someone came by to pick you up, or we walked to church because the church wasn't far from our house. But even if she was sick or if she had something to do, that didn't stop you from going to church. You still had to go to church, okay? That's the type of person my mom was. And my mom would give you the shirt off her back, per se. If you needed it. If you needed it now, okay? If you need it, you just can go to mom. And if mom had it, mom would give it to you. There was many people that came to mom and they borrowed stuff from mama saying that they was going to pay it back. And I think mom, she probably knew they weren't going to pay her back, but she would still give it to them. And some of the people didn't pay her back, and mom never did say anything about that person to the children, that she didn't get paid back what she loaned out. So that was the type of person she was. Mom, she kept stuff in her heart. And she was a praying woman, guys. She was a praying woman. I can wake up in the middle of the night and hear mama crying out to God. And sometimes she woke me up out of my sleep. She would just be praying. I don't know what was going on. I have no idea, but she prayed through her life. And when she left this world, she was praying. She was praying to God. Her mouth kept moving, looking up towards heaven, because that was in her. That what she knew to do, okay? So, to my family, my brothers and my sisters, we had a wonderful mom. Mom was a superwoman. Mom didn't only raise her children. Mom raised her grandchildren. I think mama probably raised by 98% of all of her grandchildren, because they all hung around the house. Mama had them all sitting on the floor. Her kitchen floor would just be full of kids playing loud. I mean, I walk in the house after I got grown and went back to visit, and mom just sitting there like nothing was going on. The kids were just hollering, playing, screaming, and I'm going like, y'all shut up. And I looked at mom, I said, Mama, these kids are not getting on your nerve. I said, they are loud, they screaming, they hollering, they talking loud. She said, they're not bothering me. And I'm going like, how in the world can all these kids not bothering you? You got about 15 of them on the floor, ranging from 2 years up to about 10 or 11 years old, and they are not bothering you. She said, no, they are not bothering me. Let them play. And so mom learned how to look above, beyond the situation. When things was coming her way, she won't look at the problem. She looked over the problem and she looked to Jesus. And she knew how to take things to God whenever things was not going right. She didn't talk about, mom would not talk about people. If she talked about people, she must talk to them to other grown-ups, because in front of her children, she would not talk about people. She wouldn't even talk about her children. She would not talk about me to my next sister. She won't talk about my brother to the next brother, the next sister. That's the type of mother I had. So I cherish mom because she was so wonderful. All of my brothers and sisters, all 14 of them, mom raised her children, and mom raised the neighborhood children. Not only she raised her children, but she had the neighborhood children. They was all hanging on the front porch, the side of the house. They were inside of the house. Every Sunday, guys, mom would have a lot of her children come in, her grandchildren, I mean even cousins, because everybody in the neighborhood called my mama either grandma, Aunt Vic, or Miss Victoria, and some of us call her Angel and Queen. And she fits all of those titles well. Now, let me tell you something else about mom. When I was growing up, mom and dad, they had all type of, well, not all type of livestock, but some livestock. And like, if they went out and killed one of those animals, hey, it's like everybody in the neighborhood got meat that day. So it wasn't like they would kill an animal and they'll hog all the meat. No. Everyone in the neighborhood, they would give a piece of meat to the children, and one had to go to this house, one had to go to that house to take Miss Loney some meat, and so in other words, no one was left out. That's the type of mom I had. She gave, and if she had 2 large gardens, and she had all type of greens, all type of veggies in it. She would make sure that everyone in the neighborhood got something out of her garden. She'll let them come in and pick whatever they wanted to. And she just want to make sure everyone was fed. I mean, if you came to the house, the children came to the house, you wouldn't leave the house unless you ate something. I don't care if it is a tea cake. And I know a lot of young children don't know what a tea cake is, but mom kept 4 and 5 pans of tea cakes when she cooked tea cakes. I believe she cooked about 200 at a time. But the 200 did not stay around the house no more than about maybe 2-3 days at the most, because when the children in the neighborhood knew mom had cooked tea cakes, they all came rushing in, and they would sit there. They wouldn't ask. They would not ask for tea cakes because they was told by their parents and their grandmama, don't go over to nobody's house asking. And that's the same way mom taught us. So back in my younger days, you didn't go to no one's house asking for food or asking for anything. Let them offer it to you. So the children would come to the house and they'll sit there. Mama knew what they wanted. So she'll just give all of them some pancakes, give them something to drink to wash it down. They ate, and we all went outside and played. So guys, those are moments that you can share with your mother when you have a missing link in your life, like a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5, 10 years, you haven't spoken to your mom. That's a broken link, guys. You can't sit down like I am and reminisce about those 13 years that you missed, because they was broken. They was broken, so you don't have memory. You don't have good memory of those broken years or the broken link in those years. So guys, I mean, I can go on and on and on. And to my brothers and sisters, stick together, stay together. Don't let anyone pull you apart, because this is what mom wants. The devil will come in and try to pry you apart, but you have to stick together. Stick together. Don't let any outsiders come in and trying to tear you apart from your brothers and sisters. But you have to always, family, I tell you, if you got a good family, you need to stick together. Well, you need to stick together regardless if you have a good family or not. And I always say, if a problem arises in your family, take it to Jesus, okay? Take it to Jesus and pray about it. And because the devil comes between family to break them up, the devil will use people to come in and break up family. So make sure that you keep your family at a keep a strong relationship. And that way, if you got a strong relationship, guys, can't nobody break you apart, okay? Can't nobody break you apart if you have a strong relationship. So guys, I just want to come on, since it is Mother's Day, and this marked the 2 years since mom passed away on this Mother's Day. And I didn't have my channel last year to mark the first anniversary of her transitioning on to heaven. And I almost didn't do it this time because I was telling God, I don't know how I can do that. But God is giving me grace and glory. He's giving me strength. Because without Him, I wouldn't be able to stand before you or sit before you and reminisce about my mom, because I normally would just break out in tears. But this is the grace of God, and this is not for me, guys. This is not for me. This is for the ones that have a living mother, and I'm just trying to tell you, make the best of it. Everything is not going to be peaches and roses and cream and butter between, your parents or whatever, but they are your parents. They are your parents, and guys, let me tell you, I have never raised my voice at my parents. You want to know why? Because they would have cut my head off. I would have had everything coming at me at the same time. You didn't raise your voice at your parent. You didn't tell your parents no. No was not in your vocabulary when it came to your parents. When they told you to do something, you don't ask why. You get up and you go do it. If they tell you to do something and if you linger around, you didn't do it, and then if she said, if I get up, you don't want me to get up, and you did not want mama to get up, if she told you to do something and you acting like you just ignored her, but she know that you heard her because you stopped and you looked at her, and when she get up, guys, there ain't no stopping her now. When mama sets herself in motion to do something, if she gonna spank your little behind, you might say, okay, I do it. No, you might do it. I mean, I'm quite sure you want to do it. But when mama get up, she set herself in motion, she don't just throw out threats. She don't throw out threats. When she gets up and she gonna do exactly what she said, you can fall out on the floor, you can holler, you can scream, you can shout, jump, whatever. You are getting your little behind. I mean, you're gonna get your little behind whipped bad. But anyway, guys, I gotta spank probably every day. I guess I was just a bad little girl, but yeah, she had to spank me because I don't know. I just don't know. But anyway, my mother she was so lovely, and yes, I miss her, and but I learned a lot from her. We learned a lot from her. So we was able, the 14 kids, we was able to share her love. She spread her love among us, just like you were spreading on jelly or butter, because she did not spare her love. She loved her children, her grandchildren, her great-grandchildren, and her great-great-grandchildren. She loved all of us guys the same. There was nothing that mom wouldn't do for us or for anybody else. That's the type of person she was. She had that godly love. She exemplified the love of God. Okay? So, yes, I miss her. And yes, this is Mother's Day. And I don't have a mother to go see or call. Well, most likely, if she was still alive, I would be right there with her. I think I only missed about one Mother's Day since I had moved away from the house, and I don't know what was going on that particular Mother's Day. I think I had surgery or something like that. But anyway, I made sure that I went to see my mom every chance I got. Every holiday, I was there with mom. And everyone knows where I was going on Mother's Day. They knew that I was going to be at my mom's house. And to not be at mom's house on Mother's Day, that seems so awkward because I'm just used to it. And every time I went home, I tried to make sure I had something in my hand to take mom. It could have been small, could have been large, but I wouldn't step before mom without an offering. So I always offer her a gift. Every time I went home, I had something to give her, okay? So guys, just make sure that you got something to offer your mom. If it's your love, if that's all you have, that's the most important thing that you can offer your mom on Mother's Day or throughout the year. Don't just wait to offer your love on Mother's Day, but offer your love throughout the year. And then when your mom transition on, you won't have any regret. You won't have any regrets because you have done all you can do for your mom. And just want to say this to my sister Willie. My sister Willie was right there because she lived like next door to mom. And so we depended on her since most of us had moved away or a little bit further away than my sister that lives next door. My sister Willie was there. She cooked. She was mama caregiver. She cooked mom meals 3 times a day. She took mama places. She took mama to the doctor's office, wherever she wanted to go. And also my niece, Keisha Richardson, and my great nieces, Daima and Naya Richardson, and my 2 great nephews, JJ Richardson. Now, KJ was too small to do anything. And my nephew, Jeremiah Richardson, they was right there with mom. They helped my sister, took her different places. And I just appreciate them. My sister Lily B, which is, she died 6 months after mom. She was right there. She made sure that things was taken care of with mom as well. My sister Victoria Parker, she moved back from New York, not too far up the street from mom. She was right there. She made sure that mama was taken care of. And but she passed away, like we had her funeral like one New Year's Eve. She passed away like on Christmas night one year. But anyway, they was right there to help mom. So, and I, saluted them because I was so far away that I couldn't be there to do for mom like I wanted to, but I would take time off and just go down there and stay maybe a week or so and just trying to do whatever I can. But they was there with mom, and I really appreciate it. My sister Victoria Parker, she has transitioned on. My sister Liddy Miles, she has transitioned on as well. And I just had a brother. We funeralized him April the 23rd of 2022. So, and I praise God that, hey, he's still keeping us. He's keeping me. I'm still intact because I got God on my side and he comforted me. But anyway, guys, just want to come on and honor my mother on Mother's Day. That even though she has gone on to heaven, but she is still in my heart, and it's Mother's Day, and I honor her. I honor her. I honor her with all my heart. So guys, thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you so much, mothers, for listening to me, because I don't have a living mother at this time. And so by you listening to me, and you probably have lost your mom as well. So I pray that all of the ones that have lost their mother, that God will strengthen you to help you get through this Mother's Day, okay? Because the Mother's Day and holidays appear to be the hardest, but now God has comforted me so I can get through those days. And not saying that because I am not made out of steel. I still got a fleshly heart, okay? My heart is made out of flesh, it pumps red blood. So if I have those days, or whenever I have those days, then I just catch myself, ask God for strength, and God steps in. So don't say because your mama been dead for a few years, oh, you shouldn't be crying over your mom now, that been a long time. No, you are still in the flesh, baby. So don't let nobody try to put you to shame because you still have emotions over your mom or your parents, okay? But God is going to help you, and He will help you if you ask Him to. Okay, guys, so I will see you in the next video. I will see you in the future because your future looks good on you. And so happy Mother's Day. Bye-bye.